Are at a hospital right now after a suspect who is also dead, according to sheriff's deputies, drove through town in Isla Vista. This is near UC Santa Barbara, and just started shooting people. It was chaos, as we understand. People were screaming, and this went on for 10 minutes.
We have someone on the phone who witnessed some of that chaos. Daniel Slavinsky, he's the outgoing news editor of the Daily Nexus, the campus newspaper there. Daniel, you were at a restaurant there. What did you hear? What did you see?
So I didn't see anything immediately. A few people did. We all heard some shots, I would say somewhere between 9 and 15 shots. But like most people...
All right, so obviously we just lost Daniel Slavinsky there. Guys, I know you'll be working to get him back on the phone. We've got Evan Perez, our Justice Department correspondent, with us now. Evan, in front of the camera for us. Good. All right, so Evan, we got some reports from the sheriff's spokesperson there that the Department of Justice is getting involved in some way. How?
Well, one of the things that police departments in, smaller police departments would tend to do is to call in the FBI, the ATF, federal agencies to help them do the investigation, simply because they have a lot of expertise in doing these kinds of scenes. So one of the things that would probably be happening this morning when people can get there is that they would go to the suspect's house, they would go to the family members, talk to them about what any indications there might have been in the last few days that something like this was going to happen. They would probably be looking for computer records, email, telephone records to indicate who the suspect may have spoken to, and if there's anything written down. We know from the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office that they are investigating a YouTube video that perhaps may or may not have been done by the possible suspect. So that's something that they're going to be going through. The FBI and federal law enforcement has a lot of experience in doing this kind of thing, and it would be key to helping the Santa Barbara Sheriff's Office.
Evan, what do you know about that YouTube video, and why is it of interest to them?
Well, we've taken a look at it. We're not showing it right now because we have to make sure that it indeed is matching up with what the authorities are looking at. But it appears to be some kind of manifesto, some kind of threat that this person was thinking of carrying something out. And again, it fits with what the Sheriff's Office says, that there appears to have been some kind of premeditation. This person was intending to kill. We know that he started shooting at about 9:27, and he, for the next 10 minutes, carries out shootings in various parts. There are 9 crime scenes that the police are going through. Luckily, because this is Isla Vista and this is a place where they've had some weekend troubles before in Santa Barbara County, it's something that they had a lot of police presence on, and it appears that local officers were able to get to the scene and to be able to exchange gunfire with the suspect very quickly. Within 6 minutes, they started exchanging gunfire with him, and another 3 minutes later, he is dead.
All right, Evan Perez, our Justice Department correspondent there. Evan, stand by. We've got someone on the phone here who was a witness to the shooting. His name is Robert Johnson. He is the copy chief of the Daily Nexus, the newspaper there on campus. Robert, thanks for speaking with us. We're glad you are safe after this, but tell us what you saw.
I was standing on a street corner. I had heard, I guess, what sounded, I now know to be gunshots, but at that time I thought maybe they were fireworks or firecrackers going off, which isn't an uncommon occurrence here. And then I was standing on the street corner, and this black BMW turns through the intersection and goes down the way for me. And about maybe 2 seconds later, I heard a pop, and at first I remember looking at the car and thinking that it had backfired, which I remember thinking was strange because it was such a new car. And then it happened again, and by this time it had reached, it was right outside of a restaurant convenience store called Ivy Deli Mart, and there were maybe a group of 6, 7, 8 people eating out in front of it, and it just stopped right in front of it and opened fire upon the group.
Robert, did it seem to be targeting anybody, or did it just seem very random, the shooting?
It all happened very quickly, but I think that just happened to be the largest group on the street.
So you say he was just aiming for the group there?
Yes. I think it was just Target because it was the largest group in the area.
What was the response from the crowds there? I mean, was there screaming? Did they start running? What did you see and hear from the people who were standing on the corner?
I saw the people that were fired upon. Immediately, they all jumped up. Many tried to run into the building. I don't recall hearing any screaming, and then it was at that point where I turned and ran in the opposite direction.
So can you help us understand what it's like there right now as you all, I don't even know if people have gone to bed after a situation like that. Again, we're so glad that you're safe, but how are you feeling?
Yes.
How are people around you?
I think there's just a lot of confusion going on. I think even shortly after this whole ordeal had ended, I think a lot of people still didn't realize the magnitude of the situation because it hadn't been as so much contained, but it had only been around like a quarter of the Isla Vista area.
Robert, you said that you saw this suspect shoot into a crowd. Were any of those people shot on that corner, or did he miss all of them?
I can't say. I wasn't close enough to see. Let me correct you. They weren't on the corner. I was on the corner, and I was looking down the street.
Okay.
Okay, Mike.